This evening, Junior Finance Minister and opposition leader trade barbs over Westford case. GPL builds new generators for the Essequibo coast. Parents of Providence Primary School students join in teacher strike in the region. Argentina to abolish half of its government ministries amidst financial crisis. And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump accuses Attorney General of hurting re-election chances.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Tuesday, September 4th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Today is day 2 of the teacher strike, and neither side seems ready to give in. As of this morning, reports indicate that groups of teachers in each region still refuse to return to work. While the numbers have yet to be released for today, it would seem that support for the teachers has grown. The group of teachers picketing at the ministry's headquarters has grown to include other members of civil society. At least a dozen members of the Amerindian People's Association had joined the group. But this is not the only location where non-teachers are protesting for an increase in teacher salaries. In this report, Esther Sobers tells us that the parents of students at Providence Primary School have also come out in solidarity with the striking educators.
Despite the inclement weather, a handful of parents were gathered in front of the Providence Primary School to ensure that their concerns were heard. The parents, who were displeased with the ministry's decision not to give the teachers a 40% increase in wages. Additionally, they took the issue with the decision to deploy CPCE students and volunteers to teach during the strike.
My name is Fanisa Peters and I'm a concerned parent. My son is in grade 6. He started this term. From 1 to 5, the teachers them are quite amazing at Providence School. We are not out here just for Providence School. We're out here for the entire Guyana, for all the teachers all over Guyana. And we are calling especially on the community of Horstellion and Providence. We know we have kids coming to the school. Please come out and support the teachers. And I'm concerned for my son. He's only 10 years old. He'll be writing the National Grade 6 exam next year. Yesterday he came to school. He told me only 10 children came to school for his class, and when he came yesterday he had to do some carpenter work. He had to help repair the blackboard and do other stuff around the school.
Like this same month is September month, the new term, where it is most hectic part of the school year. Let it take just the 1 month and see if they could manage it. You're gonna take somebody out of college who don't know anything, who have no experience, to put them in a school where experience needed at the moment like this. For example, the grade 1 now coming. Some of them don't know to write. Some of them know to read. They don't know to read. You think they already experience to how to get into this to go about doing things? I guarantee. My son passed from 1 and he's in 5 now.
Last night, the Ministry of Education held an emergency meeting to address the strike actions, which saw approximately 4,000 teachers abandon their classroom and take to the streets to vent their frustrations. Additionally, the ministry has held true on their promise to deploy the substitutes. In fact, several CPCE students were seen at the St. Mary Primary School today. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Just days after insulting striking public school teachers, Minister within the Ministry of Social Protection, Keith Scott, has apologized. In a statement released this morning, Scott asked for forgiveness, saying, quote, "I would like to offer my sincerest apologies to the teachers of Guyana. I regret making such an inflammatory and hurtful statement. I have always and will always hold the teachers of our nation in the highest regard. It was never my intention to be disrespectful of or to downplay the legitimate industrial actions taken by the Guyana Teachers Union on behalf of its membership and teachers generally. I humbly and sincerely apologize." This morning, former GDF Captain Orwayne Sandy was committed to stand trial in the High Court. Chief Magistrate Judy Latchman ruled that he was mentally fit to stand trial for the murder of his longtime girlfriend, Rihanna Payne. Sandy is accused of having shot Payne over 13 times following a heated argument the two had on a busy street in Alexander Village last May. Residents of the Essequibo coast have long complained of blackouts and spotty electrical service. In this report, Shamar Allen tells us that regular service will return to the region after the completion of a power plant at Anna Regina.
Over the past several weeks, residents in the Essequibo region have complained of constant blackouts. However, the dark days may soon be over as the power station at Anna Regina is 75% complete. Project engineer Yu Peru explained what is left to be done so that the power station can be commissioned in December.
Connecting of the auxiliaries to the main engines and the electrical work, which will comprise of installation of the switch gears. And
currently, the generation target is 4.7 megawatts and will see an improved power supply of 5.4 megawatts once the project is completed. With the recent power outages, there was a transfer from Canefield Region 2 to the Anna Regina power station. Meanwhile, residents along the Essequibo coast are currently experiencing normal electricity supply. Shamar Allen signing out from Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Shamar, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Sharma and Jagdeo spar over Westford case. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
The night you have been waiting for is finally here. Heavenly Light Mako presents Tasha Cobbs and her band live in concert. Now on the 14th of September at the National Stadium, 18:30 hours. Redeemers Band, All Women Worship Band, Sean Sobers, Sean English, Dominion Dancers, and many, many more. It's Tasha Cobbs and her band live at the National Stadium in Guyana. Tickets $2,000. Come experience the presence of the Lord as we worship the King together.
This is what shopping used to be. More plastic bags than I could carry, or I could use. They always end up in the bin, or as unsightly litter. Then it hit me. Get just one reusable bag. Now whenever I shop, I don't use plastic bags. I always have my reusable bag. It makes shopping a lot easier, and it's better for the environment.
Use one less disposable plastic bag. Make the switch to a reusable bag today. For more information, please call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
back. An auto accident on the Essequibo coast has left one person dead and another hospitalized. Police reports indicate that at about 5:30 yesterday afternoon, 32-year-old Kevon Tracadine of Dry Shore Essequibo coast was proceeding down the northern carriageway of the Fairfield Public Road. At the same time, a 34-year-old resident of Vivoudren, Essequibo coast, was driving a pickup truck in the opposite direction down the road. The allegedly intoxicated driver of the pickup truck collided with the motorcyclist whilst negotiating a left bend. Takradine was taken to the city hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The motorist had sustained multiple injuries about his body after his vehicle toppled multiple times. He too was taken to the same hospital. He is listed in stable condition. Nonetheless, a police investigation is in progress. Earlier this month, the Georgetown Magistrates Court threw out the $600 million fraud case against former Public Service Minister and PPP parliamentarian Jennifer Westford. Following this, Minister within the Ministry of Finance, Jayapal Sharma, criticized the move, demanding that the charges be properly instituted. Now, opposition leader Bharat Jagdeo and Minister Sharma are sparring over the reopening of Westford's multi-million-dollar fraud case. Here is Wendell Jeffrey with more.
There is room for the case to be reopened. I believe the relevant authorities, agencies, did not properly study the case.
Former PPP Minister Jennifer Westford had the case against her and her assistant, Margaret Cummins, dismissed. The $600 million case was brought against them by the Department of Public Prosecution. Principal Magistrate Judy Latchman, in her dismissal of the case, said, "I find that all the charges are bad in law." The junior minister in the Finance Ministry, Jayapal Sharma, says that the DPP should reopen the case. Sharma said that Bharat Jagdeo, while president, signed the Financial Accountability Act into law. He said that he was surprised that Westford and Cummins were not charged under that act.
There was a piece of legislation that Jagdeo himself had signed into law in 2003, and that is the Fiscal Management Accountability Act. And that act stipulates how you deal with a minister. So I was amazed why the DPP, the office of the DPP, did not utilize that act.
Opposition leader Bharat Jagdeo said that Sharma should not be pushing for legal punishment against another member of parliament or any citizen. Jagdeo said that he read where the magistrate noted that the evidence did not even support the charges.
What the magistrate from news reports that I read said also that the evidence did not support the charges because of the witnesses that they brought.
Jagdeo said that Sharma is pushing this case because he is sexist and biased, and also that he, Sharma, should be held criminally liable for his own actions.
To have a person like Sharma, he's pushing this. I don't know, he doesn't push this like, I think they got a little sexist thing too. I've never seen Sharma talk this much about corruption individually when he just makes these general statements. What does he have to say about Patterson? What does he have to say about the 5 other ministers there that the DPP withdrew? Was that bad too? He himself violated the law by awarding these operational kind of audits without any tender.
Jagdeo added that a minister should not be speaking on a matter of legal prosecution.
Sharma, he's the last one to talk about reopening charges. And it's a politician saying this. The politician. Why don't they allow the technical agencies to assess whether there is really a case?
However, Sharma retorted that Jagdeo is hypocritical to say that he, Sharma, cannot address a matter as a minister. He said that Jagdeo, as president, framed his father, C.N. Sharma, and then pushed for him to be jailed.
Jagdeo saying what I did is unethical, Jaglio used to make statements against my father when he was in court for an allegation that they trump up against him. As president, at public meetings, he used to say, Sharma is guilty.
Sharma reminded that even Priya Manichan, while a minister, also suggested in Parliament that his father was guilty.
Priya Manichan said the same thing. That is why I resigned.
In his press conference last Friday, President David Granger, indirectly addressing the Jennifer Westford matter, said that it is difficult to prove crimes and that his government will leave those matters to the courts.
It is sometimes very difficult to trace, or to determine culpability or blameworthiness, even though you may say the vehicles were stolen. When it goes to the court has to decide. And the cabinet is under very clear instructions to abide by the rulings of the court.
Sharma says when he calls for the prosecution of Westford, he is speaking as a regular citizen and the leader of his Justice for All party, and that he is simply asking the DPP to do their job.
And a citizen in this country to speak out and say, look, things are not moving. And I don't believe it's the executive, right, somehow using authority over the next arm of government or agency and say, do your job. That is what I'm asking as a citizen, do your job.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Local telecoms company GT&T has dismissed 12 employees, including 4 managers, over alleged money laundering and corruption. The CEO of the company, Justin Ned, had explained that during an internal review, the company had noticed financial procedures and suspicious activities during the review. However, after the notice, the company terminated 12 staff members to ensure that the company is running smoothly for its day-to-day operations. During a press conference on the matter, Ned stated, quote, "We constantly review systems, procedures, and resources to maintain an organization that operates at the highest standard of transparency and integrity. This means that our actions must align with a strong value system and high ethical benchmarks as we strive to make GT&T the best place to work in Guyana by 2020. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Argentinian government undertakes severe austerity measures, and U.S. President Trump accuses Attorney General of hurting re-election chances in 2020. But first, here's this week's Bridge Retraction schedule, sponsored by Forbes Vulcanizing Shop, located at 248 Duncan Street, Newtown, Georgetown.
Fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Bringing back the good old days.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins.
Or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants
while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
The night you have been waiting for is finally here. Heavenly Light Mucker presents Tasha Cobbs and her band live in concert. Now on the 14th of September at the National Stadium, 18:30 hours. Redeemers Band, All Women Worship Band, Sean Sobers, Sean English, the Minion Dancers, and many, many more. It's Tasha Cobbs and her band live at the National Stadium in Guyana. Tickets $2,000. Come experience the presence of the Lord as we worship the King together.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go. Welcome back. Here's Bibi Backus with your regional and international headlines of the day. Today's regional and international news is sponsored by Top Notch Auto Sales. Top Notch Auto Sales, located at 145 Regent Road, Georgetown.
Brazil's top electoral court has ruled that former jailed President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva cannot run as a candidate in the presidential elections because of his corruption conviction. Judges voted against his running in October's ballot by a majority of 6 votes to 1 in the 7-member court. The 72-year-old Lula was leading in polls ahead of the vote despite serving a 12-year jail term for accepting a bribe. His legal team has said they will appeal against the court's decision. Brazil's Workers' Party later responded to the court's decision in a statement saying it would fight by all means for Lula's candidacy. Argentina has announced austerity measures in a bid to tackle the emergency created by the country's currency crisis. In a televised address, President Mauricio Marques said Argentina could not keep spending more than it earned. Taxes on exports of some grains and other products will rise, and about half of the nation's government ministries will be abolished. The government has not said which ministries will be closed or merged. Argentina is the biggest exporter of soya meal and soya oil and is also a big producer of corn, wheat, and raw soybeans. And in international news, U.S. President Donald Trump has accused Attorney General Jeff Sessions and the Justice Department of damaging the re-election chances of the 2 Republican representatives by prosecuting them. Mr. Trump in a tweet said, the move to file charges against the men jeopardizes easy wins in the midterm elections. One is accused of insider trading and the other of campaign violations. The tweet has sparked fresh criticism that Mr. Trump is illegally seeking to interfere with the Justice Department. It is highly unusual for sitting presidents to lash out against his Attorney General. Headline News, Bibi Backus.
Now for your 3-day weather forecast. that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed evening.